agree with me that the information you could have got from Mr. Budram was to find out whether there was any obstruction in the pipeline to prevent any divers from going into the pipeline to rescue the men?
I would say no, because I would not know what Budram would have said or what he would have encountered.
But were you interested to find out as a member of the incident command team?
Of course, that's why we got in touch with him.
But if you were interested to find out, you had Mr. Budram, who could have given you first-hand information, the best evidence, and you spent hours trying to get cameras to go in to find out what you could have got from Mr. Budram.
Okay, remember I mentioned to you, when we finally got through to Mr. Budram started to recount the events, the personnel inside, and then we were informed by the person on the other side that he cannot speak much longer.
But would you agree with me that you did not take any steps, you or the IMT did not take any steps
I disagree
to
with you.
interview Mr. Budram before 10 o'clock?
I disagree with you.
What steps you took?
We said, I earlier said that we had someone from the HSC team.
But you cannot tell us who is that person. Did that person report to the IMT?
That person reported into the HSC team who would have provided that information.
Mr. Y, as a member of the IMT, were you interested in taking steps to rescue Mr. Budram?
Of course.
According to your statement, it was important for the IMT to make a decision to rescue, to find out what was the condition in the pipeline in order to determine what action it will take. Because according to your statement, Mr. Y, there were several divers that you all contacted for the purpose of going into the pipeline. Am I not correct?
Yes.
Right. So here it is. You have a man who just came out of the pipeline. He could give you all that information. Right? Why it is that I haven't seen any evidence that Paria or the IMT got someone to go with him to the hospital to get information whilst he was at the hospital to get information.
And on top of that, when you hear it, you have Christopher Budram who came out, rescue missions go ahead sometimes without intel. You're just hoping that people are alive and you're doing the best you can. You knew you had a survivor. You had full intel. You knew that the next man was close by. You knew that they needed oxygen. You knew that the men were alive, and you did nothing. You told others to stand down. You took active part in stopping and preventing your team at Paria. The management took active part in preventing people from going to attempt a rescue. Ladies and gentlemen, I warn you now that what you may have heard it before, but what you're going to hear, no matter how many times you hear it, is going to bring a tear to your eye and bring utter sadness, because a GoPro was retrieved, and the GoPro showed you that these men were alive, breathing, kicking and talking just like I'm talking here. Listen carefully and then understand that Newman George, Colin Piper, Stuart Young, the Minister of Energy, and all the Paria staff, down to Catherine, who instructed that the management that no rescue go on, and the lies that were told on the OSH, on the Coast Guard, and on the other diving companies. This is a serious matter, and criminal conduct is clear. Listen carefully.
Pause is good. You've gone back to the beginning now. I just wanted to be clear of what we're looking at, please, Mr Maharaj. As I understand it, it's Kazim Ali who is in the water with scuba equipment.
Yes, it's Ali.
He's been passed a wrench.
A wrench.
Presumably that's the one that was going to be used to undo the plug.
The plug. The mechanical
he's then
plug.
dived down. He's come up inside
The habitat.
the habitat, and we can see him coming up inside. And who's the man that we see standing with his back? Do we know who that is?
We don't know who it is. But we think it's Christopher.
It may be Christopher Boudreau. Oh, all right. So, and that's where we left it. I wonder if we can go back then, please, so that we know what we're looking at. Thank you.
Keith Rowley, Stuart Young, Newman George, Colin Piper, Mushtaq Mohammed, and the rest of the Paria management. They were alive. There was oxygen. They were talking. They were giving reports. Christopher Boudreau, the hero, left them, promised them that he'd come back to go and give intel, to tell the rescuers that they are all alive and well. And you left them there for 39 hours to die a slow, painful death.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is going to make an ex gratia payment, which means without any admission of liability, and we're going to make ex gratia payments of $1 million to each of the families of the deceased divers and to Mr. Budram.